Kempo Karate for Beginners, Lesson 1. The first thing I'm going to teach you in this lesson is a horse stance. The horse stance is the most important stance in Kempo Karate. I've seen it in many other forms of martial arts. Now this stance here, I'm going to show you from a practice standpoint right now. Later as you get into the lessons, you'll see the horse stance where the importance is. Alright, so now first thing I'm going to do is you're going to take your legs. Put them just past your shoulders. So here's your shoulders, you're going to be just past it. Now what you do is bend your knees forward and push your knees out to the side, just like you're sitting down on a horse. Now what you're going to do is curl your fingers like this, take the thumb over the first two fingers. You don't want to be like this, you don't want to be like this, over the first two fingers. That's how you make a fist. Now we're going to take those fists and put them up by our rib cage. We don't want to be lazy down on our hips here, we want them up here like this. Okay, so now as you're here, this is how you do the horse stance. Now what we do is from bowing. This is how we start a class and end the class. It's a respect from the instructor to the student to the instructor. I know we're doing this over video, but it's important to know, so if you ever did go into a Kempo gym, you can know how to bow to them. Alright, so now let's get to that horse stance again. Hands up the side. Now what you're going to do is take the left hand, the right fist, put them together, elbows down. You don't want them up here like this, flared out. Elbows down. Slide your left to your right, bow forward, keeping your eyes there, because it wouldn't be too respectful to take your eyes off and look all around. Keep your eyes to whoever you're bowing to. It's just like shaking hands. You want to look at a guy with respect when you shake his hand. So that's how you do your bowing in the Kempo Karate. This is called the Shaolin Fist. It's Kung Fu. Kempo Karate is not just Chinese, it is Japanese also. That's why we have the Japanese uniform. It's called a gi, the Japanese belt. Now much of our belts will have Chinese writing on it, and that's why, because we were Chinese and Japanese. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to go into is the inward block. So we're going to do that from the horse stance again. Knees down, bend them, push out, hands in here. What you're going to do is pick up your hand like this, like you're waving hello, but with a closed fist. Turn it across, blocking with the forearm right here. So the outside here towards your pinky, you're going to hit that part of your arm coming across here. Now take that block past your face. It wouldn't make sense to stop here and let the punch still hit you. Block it across, and then back to your side. Other side, pick it up, come across and block, bring it back. So here we go. Block, block. And it makes sense to breathe out too when you're doing your strikes and blocks. You don't have to breathe out real heavy, just a little breath. Now from here, the next thing we're going to do is the karate punch. So from here, make a fist. Here we go, you're going to twist out the hand, throw the punch. What you're going to do is hit with the first knuckle. You want your hand lined up to your arm here. If you punch this way too much, you're going to break your hand if you hit the little knuckles here. So the first knuckle here. So remember how we did the fist? And we're going to bring it out, twist it, and punch in the center line of your body. This is the center line from your nose down. Then you're going to go twist it out, punch, punch, punch. Now next we're going to do is block in, punch, punch. Do it again. Block, block, punch, punch. This is a nice little drill to practice your technique, your blocking and your punching. Next thing I'm going to do is a front kick. You can bring yourself closer together, bend the knees, hands up here, and take your leg, pick it up like this. Toes up, back here, you're going to hit the ball of the foot. Kick, bring it back. So from here. Again, pick your knee up, kick forward, bring it back. Other leg, here we go. Pick it up, kick, bring it back. Up, kick, bring it back. So from here, you might find yourself losing balance a little bit, especially if you're like right leg it and you're using your left, or vice versa. So from here, up, kick. From the side, see the knee comes up, kick forward, bring it back. There's the front kick. Next thing I'm going to do is a fighting stance. So here is a fighting horse, basically. So you get in that horse stance. Instead of being squared up like this, there's a square horse. Now I'm taking it to here, where my hips are this way, towards it. So it's like a horse stance on an angle, but this time you have your hand out and the other one in here. You don't want them too close to you, you want them out here. So now the thing we're going to do here from this fighting stance is called a back fist. Take this hand, hit the back of the knuckle, bring it back. Hit, boom. Now from here, do that karate punch that we did from the horse. Now from here, when you do it, turn your hips, throw the punch. So again, turn, punch. Now again. Okay, now we're going to throw a front kick with that. So throw the back fist, reverse punch, knee up, front kick. This is a combination strikes. Here we go. Back fist, reverse punch, front kick. Again. So back fist, reverse punch, and the front kick. Switch to the other side. It's good to know both sides. So from here, fighting horse, back fist. Take the back of the knuckles. Turn, reverse punch, front kick. So again. Back fist. Turn the hip, throw the punch, bring the hand back, knee up, and throw the kick. So that is Kenpo Karate for Beginners Lesson 1. Thank you. The Kenpo Karate for Beginners Lesson 2. I'm going to start out with bowing in like we did in the first video with getting the horse stance, make a fist, an open hand, put them together, slide feet, and bow. Okay, now what we're going to do is going to review over the inward block, and then I'm going to start showing you other blocks. So we're going to get in that horse stance. Legs just past the shoulders, bend the knees, hands up in the ribs. Now what you can do is the inward block, pick it up like you're waving hello, come across and block to here. So just quick review. Inward block. Okay, now we're going to move into the outward block. So from here, once you get back down to your horse stance, hands up in the hips, you're going to take your hand, drop it down like this, swing around and pick it up and block out. Hit it with the outside of your forearm towards the thumb. So this is the side you're going to get with. Come underneath and push it out. That is your normal outward block. And come around and block. You want to get past your head because you don't want to block here and you get punched in the face anyhow. Alright, other hand, bring it around and block. Here we go. Swing around, block. Swing underneath, then we come around. Okay, now the next block we're going to do is an upper block. From here, the punch is a little bit higher now. So from here, you're going to come underneath like this, twist it, and pop. You want your hand to be higher than your elbow. This way, when the guy hits down, your arm doesn't crush, so your hand can slide away from you. Now from here, bring your hand across like this, up, and twist. Now this becomes the strike point right here. You hit with the outside of your forearm like you did with the inward block. This time you're coming up above your head. So here comes a strike, block. Come across, block. Other hand, come across, up. You're not coming directly here. You don't want to be too close to you. You want to be away from you when you do your blocking. Anytime you do your blocking, you don't want to go like this or like this. You want to be further out. You want to stop a strike before it gets to you, not when it's this close. You might be able to block one, but someone throws in multiple strikes. You're not going to block them all when you're blocking this close. Out here, you got a better chance. So from here, make sure you're away from your body. Good. Now the next block we're going to do is a downward block. These are 4 basic blocks. The upward block, in, out, down. Alright, so now we're going to go into the downward block. How we do it in the Kempo is a circular down block. We throw it inward like this, circle down, and hit with the forearm here like this. It's a strike right there. A lot of styles go like this, pick it up and drop it. We circle it. So come across the body, from shoulder to shoulder, drop it down on an angle away from you. You don't want it this close again, like I said. So from here, come across, drop it down. Other hand, come across, drop. There you go. Keep going. Good. Now we're going to do some chops. There's a couple ways I'm going to show this chop right now. So one way is with the palm up, another way is the palm down. I mean, you can always chop down like this too. But right now we're going to just work palm up, palm down. So hands inside, you're in the hips, up above the hips, you're in a horse stance. Now you can pick up your hand like this, like you're waving high, twist your hand like you do in the inward block, but come on an angle. And then chop, hit him with this part of your hand towards the wrist. I'd rather hit my wrist bone right here. This is what you call the ox jaw. I'd rather hit with that than up here towards my finger. You don't want to hurt your hand. Right here is a lot more solid. Remember, whenever doing this stuff, you start hitting things, there's a possibility to get injured. No matter what. I've hurt myself in many ways doing the karate, so you got to be careful. You hit it with that part of your hand. You don't want to throw it the wrong way. I broke my hand punching before. So, you got to be very careful when you do these strikes. Alright, so now from here, hands up, twist. So from here, see how my hand is on an angle, and then we're going to do the other hand. Pick it up, come across, and chop. Good. Here we go. Up, chop. Up, chop. This is a good way to practice. Just throw multiple. Boom, boom. Okay, now we're going to do a chop the other way. Palm down. This time you got across your face, so you're covering your face here. And then twist it and chop with the same part of the hand here. And you're twisting it. So from here, pick it up, chop, chop. You're not going straight out like this. Go at an angle. And you hit it with that part of your hand. So pick it up, cross the body. Other hand up, cross the body. This gives you a lot of power too, especially if you turn into it. It's a powerful chop right there. Alright, now I'm going to go into some kicking. We did the front kick last lesson. This time we're going to do a side kick. We're going to pick this leg up. I'm going to do my right leg. You can mirror image me and use your left leg, because we're going to do both, so it doesn't matter which leg you start with. Whatever's easier when you're watching these videos. What you do is pick your leg up like this. I want you to turn your foot right here. What I'm doing is turn the foot. If you have to, turn your foot first. Leg up, side, like that. You hit him with the knife edge of the foot. That's right here. You're not going to hit the top part of the knife edge. Knife edge is the side of your foot there, and we're going to hit with more of the bottom part. You can also hit with your heel. So from here, leg up, kick, and bring it back. 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, then 4. That's the side kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how my foot turns right here? Like I said before, turn that foot. You don't want your foot to be this way. You're going to twist your ankle, roll your knee. It's not going to be a good effect. Alright, so again, let's go back with the one side. Mirror image me if you need to. From here, knee up, turn the foot as you deliver the kick, bring it back, and set it down. Now let's go to the other leg. Pick it up. Turn the foot the other way, kick, bring it back, set it down. If you have to, grab a chair for balance as you do this. So there is the side kick. Up, kick, back. Other leg, up, kick, and back. Now I want to teach you the palm strike. So from here, you're going to twist your hand out. From here, just like we were doing the punch, but pick up the hand, you hit with this part of your hand right here. This is your heel palm. You're going to hit with that part. So from here, see I'm hitting with that part of the hand. Pick it up like this. So if we're here, turn it out, there's your heel palm. Bring it up. Let your palms stick past your fingers. You don't want your fingers out and hit your fingers. You hit it with this part of your hand, the heel palm. So again, twist it out, strike, back. Other hand, twist it out, there's your strike, bring it back. Now fast. There's your heel palm strike. Okay, now we're going to go into a self-defense technique. Someone's throwing a punch at you, you step forward, throw that inward block. Throw the chop with the palm down. Now come up here and throw the palm to the chin or the chest. So you can block, chop, throw the palm. When I throw this palm, I'm turning my hips like I did with the reverse punch. There's your palm. So again, step, block, there's your chop, there's your palm. I don't want to drop my hand down here too much. I like to keep my hand up here. So from here, And I get my hand ready to go for another strike if I need to. Let's try off the other side. Step forward, throw that inward block with the front hand, throw the chop with the front hand, palm down. Now from here, twist your hips, pivoting so your hips come forward. Throw that strike. So it's block, chop, palm. So again, so it's a block, chop, palm. The chop can go to the throat in your life or death situation, but that's what a lot of the Kempo is designed for, is war, fight, to the death moves. I wouldn't suggest go and chop somebody in the throat if someone's just throwing a punch at you. You can take this chop to the jawline if you needed to. And I don't want to hear people calling me back and say, hey, or contacting me back and say, hey, I just chopped someone in the throat. No, I'm not telling you to do that. So just keep it basic, block, chop, and then there's your palm. So again, other side. So the block, chop, palm. And this is our self-defense move there against a right punch or the left punch, depending on which side you want to go to. So that is lesson 2. Okay, welcome to Kempo Karate for Beginners, lesson 3. In this lesson, we're going to teach is a parry block. I'm going to start with that. In the parry block, you can hold your hand up like this, come across the body, hit it with the palm. It's similar to the inward block. Let's do this from a horse stance here. So you get in the horse stance, here you go, lift up the hand, you come across and hit it with the palm, and then rake the knife hand across. So from here, this block is faster than a hard block sometimes. It's just really quick. If I'm in the fighting stance, it's real quick. I don't have to wind up, I'm just right there. Just tip it right off to the side. It's not for power striking to the arm, but I do like to twist that in so I get a little bit of strike to the arm also. So let's go to the other hand. Pick up the hand, come across, and then turn it, hit it with the palm, and then raking the knife hand across. Pick it up. That's the parry block. The next block we're going to teach is a knife hand block. The knife hand block comes out like the chop, but with the hand bent upwards. This way, if like someone's throwing a punch at you, you can hit it out like that. If they're going to push you, you can do both hands. We will have techniques to do that. Now from here, the horse stance. Pick up the hand like this, come out like an outward block, but with the hand bent, hit it with the knife hand. That's the knife hand block. This block is very useful also in the Kempo, especially against pushes. So it pushes you, boom, and then you can set up and do your strikes. Next thing we're going to do is a blocking drill. We're going to do this from a fighting stance. So the drill here, when a fighting stance, hands are here, we're going to go with the upper block, go to the inward block, the outward block, the downward block, then we can step up, do the other hand, upper block, in, out, down, you can step right back, do it again, up, in, out, down, up, in, out, down, step back, up, in, out, down. You can do that back and forth. This way you can learn how to step into something, step back, and you can start it all the way if you want. So you get the same effect off of both. This is a good drill. It's teaching you to block multiple strikes at once, teaching you to move in, teaching you to move back, and still blocking either way you go. Alright, next thing I'm going to show is called the wheel kick. It's also known as a roundhouse kick. Alright, now I'm going to start it from the front leg, then we're going to teach you off the back leg. So from the fighting stance, from here, you're going to lift up the knee, turn the foot, so it's running sideways this way. The back foot, you're going to pivot it forward. You don't want to keep your foot this way. You want your heel to face more towards the front or to the corner. As you're here, knee bent, kick, bring it back. If you have that back leg bent, it's going to be easier to balance. If you're straight-legged, it's really hard to balance, and plus it takes a lot of wear and tear on your knees. So from here, knee up, pivot, kick, bring it back. You're striking it out, bringing it back, much like the front kick. But the weapon is different. Instead of being the ball of the foot, we're in the top right here, towards the ankle, that's called the instep. So we're coming in, instep strike. If I'm more on a side stance, the side fight stance, I don't have to pivot, I don't have to turn the knee as much. I just lift it up and pivot the back foot. Let's go with the other leg. From here, the knee could come up, pivot, deliver the strength, bring it back. So from here, up, pivot, straighten out the leg, kick, and bring it back. So again, now from the back leg, we can take, it's the same thing, I call this travel time. So basically, I just have to bring the foot back here to this point here. That's the travel time. So here's the difference. I got my leg here, lift it, pivot. So it's the same thing as if I was here, lift, pivot. So again, up, pivot, kick, then you can bring it back, or you can sit your foot there, and then move back. Other leg, knee up, pivot, kick, bring it back. Up, pivot. Of course, doing it slower, it's harder to balance. If you just do it quick, it's a lot faster. I mean, it's a lot easier because it is faster. You're not balancing as long. Alright, next thing I want to show you is called the ridge hand. The ridge hand comes in right here inside. It's like a reverse chop. You could hit it with this knuckle here towards the finger, but there's risk at that. If you hit it with that, you might fracture your hand. One of the black belts we had, he worked for a phone company, and out on a job in a bad neighborhood, a guy went to rob him for his tools. He stepped back, ridge-handed guy right in the head, knocked the guy completely out. So he saved himself there, but then he broke his hand. So that's the risk of the ridge hand. So I like to throw the ridge hand with my wrist bone. Catching this is a lot harder. You're not going to break your wrist as easy as you are your hand. Your hand, as soon as you hit, it just puts a shock right through your whole hand. Some guys have tougher hands than others who might be able to get away with this, but my choice is hitting at the wrist bone. Now another thing about the ridge hand is when you hit your arm, if it's straight, your hand goes that way, your arm stays here, so what happens? You hyperextend your elbow. So you gotta make sure you bend your arm. So here I hit and start bending. So we're going to take this from a horse stance first, hands up, come out, turn in. I throw it like I want to poke somebody with my hand, or throw a fist, and then I open it up and I change it in. That's the ridge hand. Other hand. Now from the fighting stance, the ridge hand could be front hand, back hand. Other way, front hand, back hand. The ridge hand comes not straight in, comes around your target. So if someone's standing here, you can hit them inside of the head. You can hit them in the body, in the rib even. So the ridge hand is a good weapon, but you gotta be careful. There's a risk involved. Anytime you hit anybody, there's a risk of hurting yourself. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to teach is called the tiger claw. This is used in a lot of our self-defense techniques in Kempo. So what you do is hit the wrist bone coming down, and the fingers come out like this. So it's almost like the palm strike, but this time I'm hitting with this part instead of this part. So right here, underneath the palm, right on the wrist. Hit downward motion, rake the fingers. This is how you come across somebody's nose like this and rake down. That's the tiger claw. So from a horse stance, get your hand up, claw. Claw. So hit wrist, and the fingers come down as you drag. Now this also could be done, grab, like hit here, so if someone's throwing a punch, you can hit their elbow, you can hit them in the head and rake across. So it has multiple purposes in different directions. So that is the tiger claw. The next thing we do is an eye spear and an outward block together. I'm going to do a little drill from a horse stance. From here, block it out, and then the poke comes in like this. When you're poking, you don't want your fingers straight. Bend your fingers here. You can do one finger, pinpoint it. I like to throw several fingers because, I throw 4 fingers out there, I'm bound to hit an eye. Something happens quick, you can hit something. So from here, block, spear, and these could be quick. Bam, tap them. It doesn't take much. If you ever watch like UFC or anything, in big fires, they're beating the heck out of each other, beating themselves kind of bloody and just, it looks like they're murdering each other. But they're still fighting. And all of a sudden, you see one of them accidentally poke another one in the eye, that stops the fight. So then they had to stop the fight for that. That simple little poke. That's how quick and easy that is. Nice strike to save your life. So from here, you do the outward block, poke the eye, outward block, poke the eye. Now if I'm just standing here minding my business, someone's coming to attack me, say they got a gun on me even, I come outward block, poke the eye. But instead of just keeping it here, I turn this. This is called an extended outward block. Anytime you do the out and you turn it, that's an extended outward block. And that could be a grab now. This is your poke. So now you can do that out block, grab, poke. And this could be done with the palm. It could be done with a punch. There's a lot of things you could do with this. It's just a great movement. We use it a lot in the Kempo. It's great to disarm, get someone when they got a weapon, take them out really quick. Alright, next thing I'm going to show is it's an inward block, the front kick, and then we do a back fist reverse punch. Alright, so someone's throwing a right punch or a left punch, it doesn't matter to me at this point. I'm going to block it, and I'm going to kick them. Now as they fall forward, I land a back fist to their head, turn, I punch them. So from here again, block in, front kick, step forward, back fist, I turn my hips, reverse punch. Now when you turn your hips like this is called a bow stance. Alright, the soft bow is where your heel is up, a hard bow is with the foot is down. I know I didn't mention that earlier, but now I'll mention it because it's important to know what it is too as you get into this stuff. This is a bow stance. So we're turning the hips forward, turning the leg, the front leg is bent, this leg is straight. Soft bow, heel is up, knee is bent, and it's paired up with a punch a lot. So here we go again, block kick, back fist, reverse punch. Other side, block in, front kick, back fist, reverse punch. Again, inward block, knee up, kick, put your foot down, back fist, turn, reverse punch. So that is Kempo Karate for Beginners, Lesson 3. Tune in for the next lesson. Welcome to Kempo Karate for Beginners, Lesson 4. This lesson I'm going to start with the smother blocks. The smother blocks is done in several different ways. You can hit the wrist area, the palm area, right in here, or you can hit like the knife hand area here too. So I'm going to take it from a fighting stance here. Smother block from here. First one we do is the wrist down and the hand comes down like this. It's going to be like slapping his palm and wrist together. So from here, smother it down. This is good for quick punch. Boom. I can go over top of it, drop it down, so I can take it from a neutral position, swing over, boom, drop it down. This sets you up for like poking, punching, back fisting. It's setting you up for a lot of things here. Smother down, striking. Okay, that's the one where we do that. Down, boom. So here, strike. You see I can strike down, or right here, hit down with the wrist. Another way to do it is going to be the knife hand coming down. You're still going to hit with the palm and then come down like this. Palm and then right the knife hand. Boom. Just dropping it. So you're hitting the wrist and the palm, hitting down like that. Sets up for like a good back fist. Now, the other thing you do with smothering is chops. This is good if someone's coming at you with a knife. You step back, throw the chop. It's a smothering block, but it's also a really good strike in there. This is going to be the one that hurts the most. And you can chop down right on there. Boom. And it's hitting the arm. And you want to hit with this part of your hand, the ox jaw or the knife hand here. You don't want to hit towards the pinky. So there's different types of smother blocks. Forward here, here at the palm wrist. Side here, in the palm knife hand. Or you could come down with a closed hand now. smothered down. This is good for if someone's coming and kick your knee. If you catch down on that knee, right here, you want to hit more of the wrist bone. If you have an open hand and someone's coming at the knee, you're probably going to end up jamming your wrist. So this is where you want to come down with the closed hand. And that's where you would use that one. These are good blocks. And then you also got your chopping for like the knives, knife attack, or someone's just going to punch you low. And you can just chop right on there. Alright, the next block we're going to do is the wrist blocks. I'm going to take it two ways. You may remember this from the Karate Kid, paint the fence and paint the house. So from here, let's get in the horse stance. You're going to take the hand up, or the wrist up, the hand down like this. You can have your fingers pinched together like this, is like the crane. In Kung Fu, you use that as crane. Here's the objective. You hit it with your wrist. So throw a punch, striking. That hurts too when you get blocked with the wrist bone. There's a very dense bone there. So come up. Another way is down. The tiger claw almost. So you hit here. So throw a punch, block. So you go up and down. So let's try this in the drill. Pick up one hand up, come down. Up, down. Together, up and down. Another way to do this here, you're going to come to the side. Same thing with the tiger claw deal. To the wrist, hit, and then get the crane beak and wrist with the hit like, or hit with the wrist like that. Alright, so from here, come out this way, go in, or you go in, out. So here's going to be a drill. We're going to go in, out, out. In, then out. Here we go. In, out. So then you can call that paint the house. Alright, so next what we're going to do is a back kick. Now the back kick here, I'm going to turn to the side like this so you can see it. I'm going to bend the knee come up, kick backward, bring it back. I want you to hit your heel. So from here, feet are close together, bend the knees just for your balance. Hands could be up to help with your balance. Knee comes up, lean a little bit, kick, extending it, the leg, and bring it back. So 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, set it down as 4. The other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So bend the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your back kick. Now we're going to do the Mantis block. We're going to do this, there's an in block and an out block. We're going to do the inward block, and then we're going to add a punch to it. I'm going to show this from fighting stance. So from here, so you're throwing a punch, I can come in like this, I'm blocking here, and you can hit my forearm and hook my hand away. So I'm coming across, drop, and hook. So I'm getting over top. And it's a good way to grab somebody and just knock them away. Now I'm going to throw a punch. Now we can do this from the backhand. If the punch gets past this hand, I can clear with this one, throw the punch here. Clear here, throw the punch here. So let's do this together here. Hook, come out, there's your punch. This side, now they throw the punch, then you've got past this hand, hook, throw this punch. So from here, you can end up moving your body out of the way too as you do this. So if you're here, to get past this, and the punch is coming, just shift your weight into this one as you do this, and then turn. So quick, boom. It's a quick move. I know I said quick and did it slow, but no, it's a quick move. That's what I'm trying to get at on there. So from here, hook, so, or lean, boom. That is the inside Mantis block. Outside Mantis block, we're going to take from here. Hands are here, the punch is coming out. I can block with the outward block, extend it outward. But the hand, instead of having it here, the hand is dropped. So I'm getting over the hand like this, and then I can turn to a grab. Now from here, I can grab and punch. So block it out, grab, punch. Same thing here, if they're throwing a wide punch over here, I block it out, grab and punch. So this is the outside Mantis block. The next thing I'm going to show is a half fist. So we're going to do this from a horse stance when we do it. But first thing I want to do is take, you remember how we made a fist, curl the fingers, drop like this? We're going to curl the fingers and then bring the thumb in. Keeping these fingers right here, you're not going to fold it again. Just fold it once, put the thumb in here. Now make sure that is tight. You're going to hit the front of these knuckles here. I would not hit someone in the forehead with this. This is good for a soft target. Alright, so from here, let's get in the horse stance. Let's take the half fist, deliver it out like a punch. 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 Good. Or fast. This is one of the strikes we use in Kempo. Alright, the next thing I'm going to show is an inward block to the back kick. So I'm going to take it from here, say I'm in a fighting stance, punch comes at me. I'm going to block it in. Now I'm going to drag my foot to my other foot. Then I throw the back kick. This is how we throw the back kick off the lead foot from the fighting stance. Is turn the hip, turn the back. And then bring your foot here. I know it doesn't seem to make sense to turn your back on your opponent, but we're not there long. Just block here, kick. I use this all the time when I fight. And a lot of people will see things, they'll see me train with this. They're like, oh, that doesn't make sense to turn your back. But it's consistently hitting guys, and it works well. So from here, fighting stance, I want you to block as you turn, cat in, kick, bring it back. So you get to work your back kick a little more. So we didn't spend a lot of time in it earlier, but now we're spending more time. So from there, fighting stance, block as you turn your body. And throwing the kick. So it's nice if someone's throwing a punch at your head, you knock it away, their body should be open. I do this without the block. I use it to cover my head and see down in a little hole here, and I kick them in the rib as they go to punch me. So a lot of times from here, as I do this, they miss me with the punch and the kick is there. So that's a nice one. The last thing I'm going to show you is the cat stance, and I'm going to throw some kicks with it. So from a fighting stance, so from here, the cat stance is when the leg comes in, the heel is up and the knee is bent like a startled cat. And when the cat gets scared, I said they'll curl up and make themselves look bigger. So this is what we're trying to achieve here. This stance is a transitional stance. It's the transition from footwork to footwork. It's the transition to get out of the way, step back here, those footwork to footwork there, or it's transition for a strike. Well, we're going to use it for a strike right now. So from here, fighting stance, cat, dragging this in, your weight should go on the back, knee up, front kick, turn, side kick. So from here, cat, leg up, front kick, pivot, side kick. Now, it's not the easiest to balance if you do it that slow. As you see, I wobbled a little bit too, doing it slow. But from here, it just makes it a lot easier. This side, cat. Make sure you turn that foot like we did. So from here, cat stance, front, side. Okay, that is Kempo Karate for Beginners, lesson 4. Tune in for the next lesson. There'll be more. Kempo Karate for Beginners, lesson 5. Alright, what I'm going to show you right now is called a square punch. So we're going to start in a square horse. Hands are up on the hips high, or ribs high. Here we go, we're going to come out like this, punch, and your fist is going to be vertical. Now the weapon in this are the knuckles here. You don't want to hit straight in. So when I hit, I turn my knuckles a little bit. I come out and turn. Now I'm not going to hold it there, I'm going to punch and bring it back. This is great for a short weapon. If a guy is close to you, you can hit, boom, and hit and get those knuckles digging in there. Other side, come out and back. So a little quicker. See how my hand looks like it's dragging? Because what I'm doing is I'm hitting like this and turning the knuckles. So I'm not hitting flat fisted. I'm hitting with the knuckles, digging them in, bringing them back. Nice and quick weapon. And then we're going to use this later on. So you come out, boom, and back. So a little sideways here, hit the head, hit the body, great weapon. Now what I'm going to do is show a inverted downward block. We're going to do this from a square horse. So the legs are out, hands are up on the ribs. We're going to come out like this and come across. So where my thumb is, that's where it's going like that. So I'm going to go that direction. So come across, and here, I'm here with the forearm right here on top of by the thumb here. So now the weapon is coming at you, like it's either a kick or a punch to the stomach area. So this is the area where we're blocking is the stomach. So come across, block, come across, block. So a little quicker. So I'm dragging it across my whole body. I don't want my hand to be like this. I want to be out a little bit. Just like any other blocks, you want them away from you. So now what we're going to do is from this, instead of staying here, I'm going to stay in a neutral position. So I'm throwing a low kick is where I like to do this. I step back, block. Or it can be against a punch. Block. So that's your inverted downward block. Now I'm going to show a practical use with this. Instead of just blocking and stopping there, there's a great little technique here. So someone's throwing a kick is what I like to use this on. Like I said, as you step back, you block that kick. You're going to drag your hand all the way across like you did in the square horse. Only difference is that more sideways. So you're blocking across, pick up the hand, throw a back fist to the head, throw a reverse punch, could go to the head, to the body, wherever's open. So again, step back, back fist, reverse punch. Let's do those sides, step back, block, back fist, reverse punch. So there's your inverted downward block. Now I'm going to show is a windmill block. There's a combination between two blocks. It's an inward block and an outward block. So I'm going to start this from a square horse. Hands are up on the ribs. Throw block in. Come in front, out. So again, block in. Make sure your arm goes in front. You don't want to be like this. In front of your other arm. When I say in front, I mean not in front of your face here. On the other side, on the outside of it. So you're going inside here and go to the outside. In Kempo we call it a windmill block. A lot of places we call it an inside-outside block. I think windmill is really quick to say. Do a windmill block. Boom. Inside-outside block. It takes a lot more to say it, so that's why we go with the windmill block. So from here, it's a nice little drill. We can go one, keep going. So from here a little quicker. There's your windmill block. Now I want to give you a practical use for this. So if I'm in a neutral position, someone's throwing a punch at me, here's a little technique we do. Step out of the way, block in, block out. Now I'm going to throw that square punch we just learned right to the kidney or the rib. So again, step, other side, step, in, out. There's your punch. Now if they're a little bit farther away, step. In, out, reverse punch, and you can turn the hip into the bow stance. So again, in, out. That's using your windmill block. Now what I do is a crescent kick. Crescent kick is good if someone's holding like a knife or something. It's a mid-range kick. It's not to hit the body too much because it doesn't have much power to it, but it's a nice whipping kick and knocks things out of people's hands, especially if you hit inside the fingers here or on the wrist. If you hit and clean it right out of their hand. So if someone's got holding a knife or something, boom, right out of their hand. You can even hit the back of the hand, which would hurt too. Now with shoes on, it makes it a lot better than barefoot, but I'm here barefoot, so this is what you get. Alright, here we go. We're going to pick up the leg. I think of a front kick, but instead of coming straight towards my target this way, I come to outside my target, because instead of my target being here, my target is on the side. So here's my target, it comes across. So now I'm going to pick up my knee this way, my target's up here. I'm straightening out my leg, I'm going to turn my foot. This is the part of the foot I'm going to hit with, is the inside of the foot right here. Coming across, towards the knuckle of the toe, and then the ball of the foot. Coming across like that. So again, pick it up, straighten it out, turn it. It's hard to do slow like that, so if you want to practice it slow like that, and you're having a hard time balancing, grab something like the chair, the wall, you know, something sturdy that's not going to fall over when you put your weight on it. The other leg is pick it up, come out, come across, and hit. This is the crescent kick. Now, as you were doing the wheel kick, which is in the previous lessons, when you turn around and kick here, a lot of times it's hard for people to pivot on that foot and turn the body. So what happens is the hips stay forward, and then it's hard to turn the foot that way, and they end up doing a crescent kick anyhow. So if you've done that and you remember that, it's okay to do it for this kick, but if you're intending it as a wheel kick, it doesn't work very well. So let's do this kick again. Knee up, come out, and come across. There's a crescent kick. Now what we're going to do is a reverse crescent kick. So instead of going from outside to inside, we're going from inside to out. So we're coming this way. So now, I like this kick a little better than the crescent. The intention of this is the same thing as the crescent kick to knock things out of hands. I like to use this for point fighting, or just sparring around, because I can do it, nice quick kick and not really hurt anybody. It doesn't feel good anyhow to get kicked, but I can do it without really hurting anybody. I can kick them right in the side of the helmet and get a quick point. So now, we're going to take this leg, pick it up, across this way this time. Instead of out here, we're coming this way. Straighten out, coming across like a knife hand block, but we're using the knife edge of the foot and chopping out and smacking across. So slow, knee up, straighten out, and boom, come across. Waving hello again. Up, straighten out, and swing across. Other leg, up across here, swing it, boom. And hit it with this part of the knife edge. And you come across and just knocking it right out. There's your reverse crescent kick. Again, knee up, come across. Knee up, straighten it, come across. Reverse crescent kick. Now we're going to do some elbow strikes there in Kempo. Now, I'm going to do it from a square horse. First one I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and come straight down. This one is good as if you get a guy bent over, hitting the back of the head. Now, these things are definitely self-defense only. It's not a very good sport unless you're doing like full contact, you know, Muay Thai or MMA, but then you see what happens in those. You get cut up bad, you get hurt bad with these elbows. So, this is not a weapon you want to do playing around with somebody. And for those kids that are out there and you got to protect yourself and use something, do not use the elbows on another kid, man. The elbows are just bad. I got elbowed in the eye once, or actually a couple times. One time this way, which I'll show you, got cut open in 3 stitches. Another one was cross, got cut open in the eye, and we super glued that one. So, but the idea is the weapons are wicked. I mean, the elbows are wicked weapons. Excuse me, I can't talk today, so just don't mind that. Let's go back to these elbows. Here we go. We're going to pick it up, come down, straight in. Pick it up, come straight in. Go straight down, boom. Now the part of your weapon you're going to hit with is right here, is the bone itself. Don't come back here behind the elbow because you're going to hit some nerves, and then you're going to feel some pain there. So come down here with the tip here, and the bone. Straight in. There's one way to come down, the downward elbow. Another way is coming on an angle, like this, and it could hit like the sternum. We use that in techniques, which you'll see later on as I may show you in other lessons. You're coming down with that elbow coming right to the sternum. So pick up the hand and elbow on an angle. Instead of come straight down, come down on an angle. So you can wind it up and get that coming in too. Muay Thai has it where you jump up and elbow guy top of the head or in the face with that one. Alright, now another one we do is the elbow smash or elbow cross. So pick up the hand, twist in it as you come across. Any of these, if you twist your hips, it makes it a lot more powerful, but we're doing from a square horse. Pick it up, elbow across. Other side. Now from here I'm going to elbow my hand just for emphasis. Now if you end up grabbing a guy's head, smashing across, that's going to do a lot of damage to the head. Because now they get every bit of that elbow. It's not gonna they're not gonna bounce off of it. It's gonna go right through them. Other one, there's your elbow cross. Okay, now we're gonna do the elbow straight up. Hit him with this part of the elbow this time. Just like the elbow cross, we hit right here, which I failed to tell you that. But this is the part you hit him with on this elbow here and this elbow here. It's coming with the forearm to the tip of the elbow. That's where you're hitting. It's okay to hit it with the part of the forearm because that's tougher. There's no nerves at that point that would hurt you when you hit. So from here, straight up, you want your hand, so you can take it this way and then twist. You want your hand inside your head as you bring it up. Another elbow we're going to do is a poking elbow to the side. So now this is great if you got a guy here. Boom, you can push, block, strike elbow. You can grab the guy's arm, elbow. These are great ones here. If someone's standing right next to you, elbow. So from here, pick it up. And see how I got my hand here? Now I can twist it. Now again, I'm hitting with the tip of the elbow. Come across. There's your elbows coming to the head is where that's usually used at. Now there's an elbow where someone's behind you. This works really good. Just like if I'm in a square horse here, my hand's inside. I'm coming out like with a punch forward, elbow straight back. I'm hitting with the tip of the elbow as I come straight back here. Now when we're in this square horse and they say have your hands up towards the ribs, this is the reason why. It's a perfect place to have that. You get the power for that elbow. So there's some of the elbows in there. That concludes Kempo Karate for Beginners, Lesson 5.
Block, chop. From here, so you can grab, chop through this time. Instead of chopping, chop through, uppercut. From here, straight down. There you go. So, third punch, block, chop through, uppercut, break the arm. We can go for a lot of different things there. So everyone, step up to your right, block, chop through as you grab this arm, uppercut to the stomach, and down. So make sure, when you guys do this chop, right, this is a variation. Kind of neat. Third punch, block, chop from here. So now I'm kind of stuck. I didn't get the slice through. So from here, I lunge forward, grab him in the shoulder. From here, I take this hand, slide in the shoulder, grab my wrist. So this is block, chop, forward to here. You see this? I'm pretty safe at this point. So if I need to push his arm in here, I'm safe from Doug's knee right now. Now here, I slide into the choke, and then here I kind of close it a little bit better. Yeah. Think of that. He's trying to strike me. Come on, hit me hard. Hit me. It doesn't hurt. It's like a butterfly coming up there, landing at the shoulder. Other arm, I kind of shove. See this? I threw him off balance. So now, if I'm missing this choke, I can just kind of run and go. So I come in here, chop, my arm goes like a star. So now I'm definitely, look, there's my elbow taking Doug down. So resist against this stuff. See, I had to adjust my step now a little bit. Doug resisted, and when I pull, he was more off balance if he resisted. So I had to go, whoa. Left punch, take your left foot, cross step in front of your right. Do 2-hour block. Your left block is your main block. Your right is here just to prepare your weapon. Take your right foot, step around, back step to the head of your right hand. Go back step. Okay. Step, back step. Chop. Uppercut. Okay, once I get out of the way, I block. From here, I step around, hit his leg, then back fist. From here, I chop, I uppercut. That's what it looks like. Thank you. Left foot cross the front, 2-hour block, step around, this time a chop. Now left elbow, take your right foot, step away, knuckle right through, side thrust kick. Here's what this technique looks like. Left elbow, from here I knuckle through his head, thrust kick to the leg. Alright, outward block. Alright, step around, rolling back to the back of the head, left elbow, come out, 2 chops. That's how it looks. I down away, rolling back of the head, elbow, and here I chop the neck and the back same time. This I would kind of slice right through, taking time out. So one time. In here, 1, 2, 3. What we're going to do is cross step, 2-hour block. Alright, so from here we're going to go into the crossing hammer. Back fist, chop, uppercut, right? Now, look at this elbow from here. Come around, knuckle right kick. We just put it. Okay, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to reversing hammers. Okay, look at this. From here, I can go into this now. There goes that crossing sword. You know, that crossing sword ending is really awesome. You've got this boom, boom, you got all the space in the world to get on it. The throw punch. I'm going to come in here. So this is my favorite version here. Is this. I just whip that head off. Boom. Now from here. I like that punch. So punch from here. Right. I chop. Well, look at this. Here's my penny. So now it's the reversing hammers. So throw a punch. I come in here, chop, elbow, I finish him out. This is going to be really hard. Alright, well, this is 2 different simple throws, 0 throws. Here we go, hip toss, and throw them down. Okay. There's like that kind of throw. Okay. Now, say, I grab kind of his arm. Right? I come in here, pull back this one. There's another kind of throw. That's more of a keto. And then we got another one here. We come underneath. Put some weight over us. Don't forget your side. Some pretty simple throws here, but you know what? Go ahead, Jay. Alright. Let me go ahead and do a hip toss and Jerry. Would that be practical? Oh, God, you know? Good. They come in here. Right? Now resist again. Don't let me take you down here. You know what? I know you can stop me. See? It was not practical, was it? Here's the Kempo jiu-jitsu. And here are... I didn't hit him first. This guy's going like this. Now I can grab. Now if I do this, I hit him. Boom! He just looks at me. What is that? I'm not going to throw him at this point. Alright, that would be wasted. I come in here, you're going to try and throw me. That would be pretty silly. Alright, now we're going to work just this hip toss for right now. Alright, so, come over here, son. We're going to face the partner, but just from right now, we're going to grab the shoulders, come in here. Now here, when you get to the side, you might want to grab your elbow. Take the top to the side. Well, look at this. There's fingers left there. Alright? So we're going to grab, and from here, a lot of times, guys come in right at the hip. So they grab a hold of the uniform. Right. Take your partner. Alright, stop. See you doing this. in here. This, I get under here. I can lift you up in the air and turn. So go right through it again and grab it. If you're here, but throw on the side, get behind, lift up here. Boom. Alright? Just do this. Push forward. There you go. That was better. Is that better? You went down, but you were on top. You could have gone like this. Boom. And then you got up. Let me see you do it. Like grab it there and sit. Alright. Come on. Watch out now, watch out. Yeah. Come on, turn. Turn. Let's go. There you go. Right punch. Look at this. Chinese sword. There it is. Now from here. Boom. Now look at this. Side leg is coming forward. Tackle technique. There's two techniques in that one. So you know what? Somebody's been doing our homework when they did these techniques, and they already blended it for us. All our techniques are pretty much blended from another. There's a here, chop, long punch, you start coming in, and well, look at this. I want to move out of the way. Just want to bring this plane. Knock the gunner away. Look at this eye poke. But look right here. I got my arm right in his bicep. So here. Boom. Now I'll overpass. Look at this. I can change the technique now. Now if I keep it into his bicep, I pull him in. Eye poke. Pick this up. Here it is. Look at that. I got the gun. Alright. Let's